a playlist original.
Hey, what's up? It's your host, Torry, and who is ready to be petty? Welcome back to another episode of RTBP. I'm so glad you're here. Today's episode is super fun with Hannah and Tyler from You Know You Love Us podcast. They were super fun to chat with, and I can't wait for you to listen. Over on the Patreon, I am talking to Jenna Vesper from Date Card Pod, also You Fancy a Fine podcast, and Supermassive Twilight Hole, and we are talking about celebs who identify as women who have shaved their head or cut their hair super short, and what the Gen Pop's conversations around their haircut were, what their careers looked like. So think of Jennifer Lawrence, Anne Hathaway, Miley Cyrus. There are so many women who have cut their hair short and been in their flop era, like Katy Perry. But were they actually in their flop era, or was it just our perception of femininity and how femininity is performed? I'm super excited for this conversation, so you can check that out on Patreon, patreon.com/RTBP podcast. This week, I'd like to shout out Zoe R. and Orla M. Orla M coming all the way from Dublin. Like, how fucking cool and dreamy is that? I loved my little time in Ireland. And Zoe, thank you so much for being supporters of my work and awesome patrons. I super appreciate the support and hope you are both enjoying this exclusive content. I hope your weeks are as amazing as you both are. Okay, friends, it's time to get to the show. Here's my conversation with Tyler and Hannah. I'm back with two very special guests, Tyler Meredith and Hannah Braun from You Know You Love Us, a Gossip Girl podcast. Hannah and Tyler, how are you?
Oh, just terrific.
So good.
Yeah.
Good.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad we made it. I'm also very happy to be here.
Hell yeah.
Can you tell the listeners a little bit about yourselves? How did you two meet, and how did you start a Gossip Girl rewatch podcast?
T, take it away.
OMG. Okay, I love this question so much. So Hannah and my husband Jeff have been friends since college. So they have been dear friends. I met Hannah through Jeff, and we shared an instant Bravo connection, and then became fast friends. And really during the pandemic, we were both sad, and we were going to start our as we were going to start our Sad Girl autumnal rewatch of Gossip Girl that I do every year. And Hannah and I were chatting, and we were like, "Wait a minute, that'd be like a pod. That's like a podcast. Maybe we'll just do it." And can I cuss on here? Is that okay?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, great. For like shits and giggles, you know. And so we're like, yeah, whatever. And then we have been doing it now almost like 3 years.
Yeah.
Which
Really crazy.
magical.
Yeah. We're literally like about to wrap up season 3 of the show. And I feel like the more years we've done it, like it also has broadened a bit, where sometimes we're like, okay, but we have to do an episode on Barbie, or like we, with the fall coming up, we're planning some fun fall content too. So we've just had a blast being pop culture girlies together.
Yeah, I know. I saw your coverage on like Scoondal and stuff like that. So it just really like bridges the gap.
Important.
Women in STEM.
Like your own reporting, vital.
Yeah.
Like we need
boots on the ground.
Literally. Why does Gossip Girl feel like a fall show? Like, I do feel like people like Gilmore Girls watch it in the fall.
Yes. What do you think, Hannah? I feel like it's aesthetic.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
I think when it starts, it kind of lends itself to that like back to school feeling, where it's like the beginning of the school year and Serena's coming back from boarding school and whatever. And so I feel like that sort of it just feels like it makes sense to watch it during back to school time. And you know what I really actually want to research is like when the first episode aired, because I want to say it premiered in the fall as well.
Yeah.
I feel like
it was a fall show.
September.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gives reasonable. I feel like that's reasonable because like Blair's wearing like I feel like turban and like a headband.
Yes. Yeah. The aesthetic, like that prep school Upper East Side aesthetic is just well, and especially this year, which every brand is coming from my throat. But it's like Ivy League aesthetic is so taking over the ethos right now, and I feel like that always just makes me think of fall.
Like hot guys playing rugby like on a crisp fall day.
On the quad.
Oh my god,
I literally want to go back to school. Sorry, no, that's it.
I
love school.
Same.
Okay, until you're like in it though, I feel like the vibe. You're like, oh, this is really fun, and then you're like, oh, I have like a paper I actually have to write.
So I don't want to do work. I want the aesthetic. I want collegiate aesthetic. No
parties and social events and coffee shops with my friends.
And no responsibilities.
Mixers, clam bakes, trips to the Cape.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Now I also want to move to the East Coast.
Yes. Where do you live, Torry?
I live in Victoria, BC, which is...
Gorgeous.
Off of... Well, it's on Vancouver Island, so off of... Vancouver.
You and Pamela Anderson.
Beautiful.
Besties.
Oh my God. I love that she's just like in the woods.
She's like a horse
now.
girl.
She's just like, I love that.
She's so awesome.
Yeah.
Love that for her.
She probably lives like an hour and 15 minutes, like in a city about an hour drive away from me, up in like Mid Island, and it's this cute little town, gorgeous like ocean views. Really good. Shout out to Old Town Bakery. Really good, like cinnamon bun bakery.
So she's living like a practical magic, like witchy, like coastal witch fantasy. Yeah.
I think so. It's definitely like cottage core-y.
Amazing.
Like,
I love that for her. I want Britney Spears
Hannah's
to do
dream.
the same, honestly.
Yeah. And did you see her new? Sorry, we're getting so much on me, but I need to talk about
this. Yeah.
This is all we
her
never
Aritzia
do.
campaign, because Aritzia is a Vancouver company. It's huge in Canada.
Is it?
Yeah, it's.
Oh my God, I didn't
carried
know.
over to the States. And
Yeah, they have one in
she's
Chicago
like their
for
new,
sure.
like, model, and it's very.
What?
Wow.
Oh my God.
I love that. That's great.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, so she's thriving in Lady
Wow.
Smith.
She deserves.
BC.
Yeah.
She really does. She really deserves. She deserves it all.
Yeah, and we were right. It looks like all 5 seasons premiered in September, the last one in October. Are you two going to cover the reboot?
Oh, we have.
We have. Yeah, we did. We made it all the way through
by the skin of our teeth. It was something.
Did you do it concurrent with the rewatch?
No.
Yeah.
Or wait.
Oh yeah,
we took a break for the reboot.
Oh, sorry.
Well, kind of like. Well, the thing is, we didn't know when it was going to come back, so we like interrupted season 3 with the reboot. Then like went back into season 3, and like our show is consistently inconsistent. That's get on the ride or get off.
The
brand.
It's
It's kind of our brand. We're doing our best. Wait, also, I remember, speaking of Gossip Girl coming out in September, I remember one time in high school, I wore this like blue like tunic with like bike shorts and then like 3 fringe Minnetonka black boots, and I wanted to look like Serena so bad. But
you did. Everything you said is Blake Lively adjacent.
And you nailed it.
And like a big like ball sack,
Yes,
black like school bag, and that like hurt my shoulder, like I was probably walking like on a hunch or whatever. And I remember like a teacher being like, "Where are you going dressed like that?" And like kind of giving me shit for like being quote so dressed up for school. And I was like, "Screw you." I watched Gossip Girl last night and I got inspired. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Let me live.
Ever heard of dress for the job you want, sir?
Yeah. And I was not, a tall, leggy, blonde like Serena van der Woodsen. I was, a thick little 5'3" girly doing my best to look like her. But you know what? I love that I tried.
Yeah, she does have something like Blake Lively, an air of like, I don't know what it is. Carrie Bradshaw, SJP has it too. Just this like, where they throw on like literally anything and you're like, why do you look so fucking cool? That should be like Ugga.
Yeah. Yes. You know the term like manic pixie dream girl? I feel like they're like manic city dream girl.
Yes.
You know?
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah.
I like that. You should coin that.
I should, right? Manic City Dream
You
Girls
should.
in Herstory. We have Serena Vanderwoods and we have Carrie Bradshaw.
Wait, this is a great
Yeah.
post. Yeah, create
Take it
that.
to the talk.
Yeah.
I'll take it to the
Montage.
talk.
Defo. You see
take it
me
to the
post it
top.
like tomorrow. Like,
Right.
after
I'm
we
like,
record,
oh.
you're like, okay.
Wow. That's so funny.
Timestamps. Right.
Yeah.
Girl code out the window.
I cut this
Gone.
segment out.
Yeah, you're like, what are you talking about? You never said that. I came up with it.
Mysterious.
Speaking of Sex in the City, though, like when Charlotte's baby name gets stolen, that's what that's giving.
Yeah, that's the
Shayla.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. Let's get
Wow.
into our topics for today. We're going to talk about Tish Cyrus's wedding,
Ooh.
the Scoondal,
Ooh,
which I saw in a news article, and now I'm just gonna call it that forever. More Keke Palmer's relationship update and just like that, and then both Hannah and Tyler are gonna nominate a Pettyweight Champion of the Week and share their This Week in Petty stories.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
No way.
So Tish Cyrus got married last weekend. She's 56. She got married to Dominic Purcell, who's an actor. He's 53.
Yes.
His most notable role was Prison Break. Did either of you watch that?
My ex loved Prison Break, so I watched it by proxy.
Yeah.
And I feel like Dominic Purcell is like fine.
He's daddy for sure.
Really
So
daddy.
hot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Good for Tish.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was him until I was reading articles, and I was like, he got his career, I feel like, kind of fell off after Prison Break, but I was like, that
Yeah.
series, I like basically have been watching clips of it on TikTok, which completely unrelated to this wedding.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, you're so fucking hot. You should have had a way bigger career.
I know. Prison Break really was
Wow.
like a moment in time. Like, remember when Wentworth Miller was like the doll for a second? Like, everyone loved him.
Just
Was
1
obsessed.
second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm,
Also very
mhm.
hot. And they're
Yeah.
kind of the same.
Yeah.
They're like hot in the same font. So it's interesting that they were on the same show together.
Yeah.
Truly. So they got married in Malibu. Trish infamously filed for divorce from Billy Ray Cyrus, her husband of 30 years, 3 times in 2010, 2013, and then in 2022. They had separated in 2020. Billy Ray has been dating a 34-year-old, Fire Rose, an Australian singer. And there is like maybe some dramas within the family because 2 of her kids, Brazen and Noah, didn't attend the wedding.
Oh.
Gasp.
Wow.
Wait, Fire Rose's
know.
kids or Tish's kids?
Tish and Billy's kids.
Oh, I didn't even know. Wow. I didn't even know she had Brazen
Yeah.
Noah. I thought she only had the girlies. Okay. You learn something new every day.
No. Yeah. So, okay. They actually have a lot of kids. So they have Brandy and Trace, who were Tish's kids before Billy.
Okay.
And then they had
Okay.
Miley together, and then Brazen and Noah. But Billy also had another child the same year as Miley with a different woman.
Sure.
Chris.
Sure.
So it's like-
Chris. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just,
Sure.
it's kind of a
Wow.
hot mess express. But like, I feel like not going to your mom's wedding is like, when you're
That's-
29 and 22, also, I'm kind of like, get over it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not 13, like having like a phase.
Yeah.
Right.
You're adults.
Knock back a cocktail
Right.
and figure it the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Totally.
Also,
Totally.
I had to look up Fire Rose.
Yeah.
And the way that she and Billy Ray Cyrus look so much alike is actually haunting.
That is so.
The hair, both with the hair down,
Yeah.
like it looks like Billy has maybe had some balayage. Like it's honestly shocking. I
Yeah.
was like, wow, it's like when a person has a dog and the person looks like the dog.
Totally.
I'm not calling her a dog, but you know what I mean? It's like, you know when people date each other and you're like, you look
You're giving
alike.
siblings.
That's-
Yeah.
Yeah, you're giving,
dating
right.
or related.
Totally.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Right. I love that for them. They look like they were meant to be.
Energetically,
Yeah.
they're giving like Rock of Love.
Yes.
You know, they're both like Brett Michaels coded.
Very Brett Michaels. The hat.
Yeah. The hat work.
the hat.
closet
It's the hat work.
of this
yes.
couple is is absolutely wild. Yeah, I can only imagine what their house looks like. Yeah, they released a song together. Like they're engaged, I believe.
Wow.
So
wow, good for them.
yeah.
So it seems like there's a divide in the kids. Some of them are team Billy and some of them are team Tish.
Yeah, so the two that didn't go to the wedding, Noah lives in LA and Brazen lives in Nashville. And Brazen, and again, the wedding was in Malibu. And so Brazen flew from Nashville to LA to hang out with Noah, but like didn't like drive the extra couple hours.
That's fucking rude.
Wow, that's pretty rude. Yeah.
She was also wearing a fucking Billy Ray t-shirt in like the Instagram stories that she was posting. So I feel like this is like legitimate.
Wow.
That's pointed.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very pointed.
Yeah, they were like,
that shirt. Talk about
I was gonna
petty.
say, they're like, we're ready to be petty for sure.
Yeah, Pettyweight Champs of the week.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the next day, after all this went down, the wedding weekend happened, etc. Trace, again, who was Tish's kid from a previous marriage, posted an old photo, but it was just Miley, Tish, Brandy, and him, and then tagged all of them and just. So I don't know. I feel like something's going on. There's like a pre-Billy, post-Billy kind of.
Yeah,
something is afoot.
There must be a lot going on. I watched. Didn't Noah have a reality show for a second? They like had. Right,
Brandy.
Or
Brandy
did
have one?
Yes, yeah. And I remember Miley coming on like the very last episode because Miley was not about it because Queen.
Love her.
And then I felt like just seeing the family interact, and I was like, there's a lot afoot here. Probably there seems to be a lot of undercurrents and like. I mean, I can't imagine. Yeah, like it seems very layered, clearly. But I love the pettiness of wearing your dad's face on a shirt and posting it to
and
stories.
like posting and like okay with travel, just not,
just like not the extra hour.
I draw the line at Malibu. Yeah.
Yes. I love that.
Their show was Cyrus versus Cyrus. It was Design and Conquer.
Right.
That's right.
Interior design competition show between Brandy and Tish.
That's right.
I should do a rewatch or like
that's great.
I've never seen it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually like enjoyable and just so bizarre. You know, like I was like, I'd watch that again. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
I once met Brandy Cyrus at an event in Chicago because she's like a DJ and she was DJing somewhere. And this is like truly psychotic behavior. At the time I was obsessed with Wells Adams. And this was before Wells and Sarah Hyland were together and they hosted a podcast together.
Yes.
And I started this hashtag that was like Hannah likes Wells. And I made my friends like tweet at Wells and try and get his attention. And like sometimes he like responded to me and I was like, I'm going to date Wells. Like I'm in love with him. We're going to date. We're going to be internet lovers. It's going to be fine. And I went to this event that Miley Cyrus was DJing and I was like, oh my God, I'm the Hannah likes Wells girl. And she looked at me like, get the fuck away from me. And looking back, I'm like, Hannah, what the hell were you thinking? Like from start to finish with the hashtag and then going to the thing. What the fuck was I thinking? And then like within the next like 2 weeks, I see he's dating Sarah Hyland and I'm like, well, I can't fucking compete with Sarah Hyland. So
she was like at her age.
I literally was like, okay. And I just took a step back and then now they're married and in love. So good for them. And I'm engaged and in love. So good for me.
So that was brave.
Yeah, but Brandy, I'll never forget the look on her face. I think she was like, this woman is unwell, which true at the time, definitely. And also like she was probably like, is she gonna like harm me? Like, why is she here? Like it's creepy. It was stalker behavior. And sorry, Brandy.
No, I kind of love that. I did that in high school with a guy that was like trying to that was going to be in the NBA. Very successful NBA athlete at this point.
Obsessed.
But like, I was like, I should get in on this now.
Yeah.
You're a genius.
You see the potential.
Yeah,
so you're telling me you're a genius.
It did not work out, obviously.
A for effort.
Yeah, I was doing the like Torry likes Kelly stuff.
But then
on socials.
And the annoying thing too is then you hear stories of like, okay, like Kelly Preston like seeing John Travolta in a movie being like, I'm gonna marry that man, and she like manifested it. And so I was like, okay, well, if he liked me back, this would actually be a very cute story. But because he didn't like me back, it got creepy. That's the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
very slight.
That episode of How I Met Your Mother where like they talk about like Lloyd Dobler versus Jeffrey Dahmer, where it's like in Say Anything when he like holds up the boombox, he's like, if she has a crush on you and you do something that could otherwise be perceived as creepy, it's cute like Lloyd Dobler. If she doesn't like you, it's Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah.
Yes. It's
No
so
truer,
real.
like no truer words. If
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Truly.
So real.
Truly.
Okay, let's talk about the Scoondal.
I love that word. It's fun.
Yeah, that's precious.
It's fun to say.
They're
Name a dog.
definitely like trying to do Scoundal,
Yeah.
but like whatever. So
It sounds like a Danish cheese
Yeah.
to me. I was like, das Scoondal. You know, I was like, yum.
yum. Yeah. I saw it as like
Yum.
a serving, like
Yeah.
Like it's
gravy.
like a
pot
I was thinking
or
like a gravy
whatever.
pot, a
Yes.
Scoondal.
like a cornucopia somehow.
Yeah,
Yes. I
something
love
like-
that.
like past the
yeah.
Scoondal.
Yeah.
Pass the Scoondal.
Yeah. Oh, you got me a Scoondal for my wedding shower? That's so sweet.
That's so sweet of you.
So what have you two thought about like Scooter Braun losing all of his clients?
He doesn't seem like a good guy. That's for damn sure.
No.
And
No.
I think that like I haven't like looked into this a ton, but based on just how quickly everyone's dropping him and how Taylor's had like public beef with him for years now, he's obviously an asshole. And I think that their team's probably caught wind that he did something really bad and it's gonna drop. And they're like, let's get ahead of this. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you think like the bad thing could be? Like
I don't know, like some white collar crime, like maybe he's gonna go to jail or something.
yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Tax evasion.
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
that's I feel like tax
some
evasion
wire
or,
fraud
like,
shit. Yeah.
insider trading.
Yeah.
Hiding money somewhere. I don't know. Like I wish I could do white collar crime.
I'm not even
but I
smart
just-
enough. I don't even
Listen.
think that way.
Yeah,
No.
it's like,
I can't.
like, I really
Truly could
need
never.
to, but like I don't know what the process
Yeah,
is,
literally.
so something like that could happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've had, and I've covered this extensively over the last 2 weeks, but like Justin, Ariana, Dina Menzel, and Demi Lovato. But there's new stuff breaking every single day. So with Justin, there's
wild.
rumors that he was estranged with Scooter for months and looking for new management, and reps from both parties denied this claim. But Puck News with Matt Bellany, who originally reported this, was like, no, this is legitimate. And allegedly he fired his agency CAA and replaced his music lawyer with Aaron Rosenberg to help him get out of his contract that commits him to Braun through 2027.
Yikes.
Damn. I mean, it must be big, big bad.
Right?
Because if everyone is jumping ship at the same time and we still don't know what
Well,
it is,
or-
I'm like, this is
I'm like,
big,
what if
big
it's like
bad.
Harvey Weinstein? Like, obviously, trigger
Well,
warning.
I
But I'm like, what if
know,
it's
also
something like really
that.
nefarious like that? I hope I used that word right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No,
you
you
did.
totally did. This was also really weird. Justin was off of Instagram for 3 months and he broke his hiatus yesterday. So he shared a picture of him and Haley and their niece. So I'm like, what's the reason? Like, is there a reason
Yeah.
or am I like
Ooh.
psycho? I just was like, with all this Scooter news breaking and then you just like end your hiatus, like something is
That's
Foot.
interesting.
A foot.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
is afoot. Oh, man. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty, like, it has to be major. I just am convinced that it must
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously not coincidence that they're like, I'm off the boat. I'm off the boat. You know, like, everyone is like, give me a life
Get me off the
raft. I'm out.
Titanic.
Yeah.
They're like
Right.
Billy Zane.
Yeah,
being like, I
yeah.
have a child. Like, let me in the, let me in the rescue
yes,
boat.
yeah. Right,
Yeah.
right. Yes.
Wild. He was also in SZA's new music video, Snooze, as one of her love interests.
How fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks really good. And like,
He looks hot in that
Yeah.
video.
Really? I haven't seen it.
I you should watch it after this. Like I was like feeling bad because I was like I wasn't feeling good about myself.
Oh
like,
my
but I
God.
was like, he looks really good. Like,
Yeah, I'm not a believer necessarily, but I was like, maybe I am one now. Actually, Kate McKinnon doing an impression of Justin Bieber made me a believer because I love Kate McKinnon.
That was
and then
so
I was
funny.
like, and I was like, wait, is Justin Bieber hot or is Kate McKinnon hot? And then I was like, maybe
both.
hot.
Yeah, it could be both.
Yes,
Yeah,
the answer
maybe they're
is
both hot.
definitely both.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Haley posted on her stories about the music video because they're like, SZA's like grinding on him and like they're like, in the music video, they're like sharing a bed, like all of this stuff. And she goes, my favorite 2 artists in one video. Do you think this is going down okay with Haley? Like, I feel like she's the type of bitch that she's like, never again. Never doing this again.
Yeah.
I think Hailey Bieber seems deeply insecure. And with all due respect, I say that because who among us isn't insecure sometimes? But I think the fact that she started as like a fangirl and now she's married to him, I think she probably feels a little territorial. So I think she handled it in the coolest girl way she could. But I definitely think it was a calculated thing to be like, look, everyone, I'm a cool girl. I'm not jealous. This is so amazing.
Yeah.
And honestly, like,
she did what we couldn't do.
No.
With Wells.
Exactly. She did the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that I think that's the only move though, right? Like, I feel like she had to handle it that way. Or because I think if she didn't post about it at all, that would look more.
Then people are like, "Oh my god,
okay with
so
it?"
Jealous.
Yeah. That's so true. That's
the move.
She's trying to get ahead of
exactly.
it. Yeah, that's
100%.
the move.
Yeah,
women supporting women, women in STEM.
Yes, women in STEM, girl boss,
boss babe.
Hailey Bieber, girl boss.
She is a girl boss.
Totally.
With her road skincare.
I love. Yeah. I love. I could never.
Truly. Ariana also, like, new news came out. Her team was allegedly unhappy with Scooter when he refused to cut his vacation short. He was in Europe, and all that shit went down with Dalton Gomez and Ethan Slater, and he was like, I'm busy, like, tag someone else in, I guess.
Oh, I don't think I heard. Yeah, I don't think I heard about that. But I feel like the Ari stuff I'm less familiar with. Like,
I'm sorry. First of all, he's not a crisis PR guy. I'm not trying to defend Scooter Braun. I think he's a piece of shit, but I'm like, Ariana Grande, you're Ariana Grande. First of all, Ariana Grande, you made adult choices that ended up making your life go up in flames for a little bit there. That's on you. And also, it's like, you surely have a bigger team than just Scooter Braun. So if you need fucking help, get your PR person on the horn and figure it out. Don't ask your manager to cut his vacation short because you fucked a married man whose wife just had a baby. Like, girl, that's on you.
Yeah.
She irritates me.
That's what I was kind of, she irritates me too. But I was thinking along the same lines because I was like, even though it does seem like he cleans up a lot of like Justin Bieber's messes and like is way more involved than the typical music manager, this, I don't know, I feel like she should have more than one person on her team.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Maybe
it seems super
but
weird.
Maybe she was like, oh, it's gonna make, like, maybe her concern was more so like, it makes me look bad if my manager isn't anywhere near me while all this is hitting the fan. Like, maybe it makes me look guiltier. Like, oh, you know, it could easily be spun into like, oh, Scooter Braun's trying to distance himself from Ariana Grande amid her scandal. You know what I mean? So maybe she wanted to be able to control the narrative more and be like, oh, like, my whole team is present and like we're handling it, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true. And like, I'm an important enough client for him to like stop his vacation. Because like, that also, I feel like you want to be like, I feel like celebrities' egos are so big that it's like you want the manager to drop everything and fly home and like work on the crisis.
If you're the girl, they will. You know, I'm sure it's their thinking.
I'm like, does Taylor Swift's team even like take vacations?
No.
Tree Pain,
no.
Works around the fucking clock. Like, for sure.
Absolutely.
And it shows.
And it shows.
Truly.
All her shit is so airtight all the time.
I mean, I'm not a Joe Bro fan, but I mean, I don't know. I kind of miss the Jonas Brothers boat, but you know, they're touring right now, and I follow a lot of people who are like, yeah, see, we have friendship bracelets. And I was like, nah, you just can't even like come close. Like, I was like, she somehow reinvigorated a friendship bracelet. Like, she's that powerful that she said, you know what you're going to want to wear again? This shit on your wrist that like takes too long to make. Like, genius. Yeah. Genius.
Totally.
Genius.
Yeah, they're also doing like surprise songs and stuff.
Yes.
And I'm like, you can't.
You literally
I
can't.
know. I heard that and I said, take a seat.
That's kind of
How dare you?
embarrassing.
I know.
Really embarrassing.
And I was like, also, babes, you're at Wrigley Field. Like, LOL, you're not at Soldier Field. You know, it was like, they're great. Like, I think they're all great. All of their wives are amazing. But I was like, okay, you can't call it a surprise.
Totally.
Yeah, not in 2023.
Just not in the year of our Lord. Just call it a little encore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, exactly.
It looks
it looks really desperate.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And then Jack Antonoff, I guess he's back from his honeymoon, but he posted on Instagram stories a meme. It's the Sims with the baby on fire and the woman's like on her computer, and it says, "Not now, sweetie. Mommy is trying to figure out why Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, and Idina Menzel just fired Scooter Braun as their manager." Like, wild that he's posting this.
I love
that's
him.
wild.
I think I saw Bleachers Live once, and I just think he's like a musical genius. And he helped create 1989, so like he's elevated Taylor's music too. They're such an iconic like creative duo together, and I think he's petty as fuck. And I'm sure that he probably has issues with Scooter because he's Taylor's friend, and then also. He just seems like if you're Taylor's friend, I think you have to be a petty person. I think that's like par for the course.
That's such
if you're going to be in Taylor's inner sanctum, you know? So I'm like, I think he's probably like loving it. And I have to say, I think a petty straight man is one of the sexiest things in this world. I'm marrying one, you know?
I love that. Yeah. No, that's so true. I feel like you have to like bring receipts and stuff if you're going to be friends, or like a longtime collaborator with Taylor too. Like not just a friend, but like with work stuff. Like you have to become like this way.
Yep.
You have to be ready to fight.
Yep.
Yes. At all costs.
Yeah.
Like, you're in the army. Like you're
yes, in the trenches.
Sorry. Yeah. Like all quiet on the Taylor front. Like you better not say a damn thing. Period. Yeah.
And maybe again, this is why Ariana is upset, because she couldn't even get Scooter to fucking blink. Like
that does surprise me, especially with like Wicked. And I'm like, I mean, she's still the girl. She's not like, but she is not Taylor, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to upset anyone by saying that, but she's great. I can't wait to see her as Glinda. Anyways.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm very excited for the Wicked movie to come out, especially because this scandal broke like on set, basically. So
I'm so happy that like Jonathan Bailey isn't into women, because like what I could not handle would be Ariana Grande going for Jonathan Bailey. Like I can't.
I think that'd be the end.
I
think that would
cease to exist with how much she irks me and how much I love him. I think that would have been really tough. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead, set your life on fire over SpongeBob. I could give a fuck. I could. Who fucks Bach? Like.
Literally.
And originally I had heard murmurings that Charlie Puth was going to play Bach. If that were the case, I would have been like, yeah, I would fuck Bach too. But I'm sorry, I'm not having sex with SpongeBob.
Yeah, that would have been so much better. He's also annoying, but like way better.
Yeah, he's like annoying like really most of the time, but he's like really talented and like at least like very hot.
Yeah.
So bare minimum hot.
If nothing else.
And I could see him playing Bach.
Me too.
To Jonathan's Fierro.
Exactly, because like Charlie Puth gives like Short King kind of like like a little sidekick vibes, and Jonathan Bailey gives like dashing leading man, as we've seen.
For sure.
Yes.
Well, maybe we'll be again stealing clips from this episode when everything goes down with the Scoondal. Once we finally get the real tea.
Can't wait to buy a Le Creuset.
Yeah, in the fall.
The fall
Yeah.
collection of Scoondals. Yeah.
Burnt sienna. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Keke Palmer. So last week, I talked about how Keke Palmer and her ex-boyfriend, I thought they were exes, and the father of her first child broke up because he had commented about what Keke was wearing to an Usher concert and being like, "You're a mom, you can't wear that." So all of this drama like went down. Allegedly, she broke up with him, and we're like, "Oh my God!" She like, of course she would. She wouldn't put up with that bullshit. Then she goes and is like the leading girl in Usher's new music video for his new song "Boyfriend" and makes fun of the whole incident. So I'm like, this is so petty. Like, she's iconic for this. Like this is everything I want out of a celebrity. And then she's like this week, so it's been like 2 weeks, she is doing a TikTok live. She's out for lunch with Darius. And on the TikTok live, he says, "My mom's a Virgo, my brother's a Virgo, my best friend's a Virgo, my grandma's a Virgo, my partner in crime's a Virgo," like referencing Keke. What the fuck? Like, so this is what I want to know. And this sounds delusional. Like, I fully understand that. Are they back together because they like broke up and they were like rekindled things and was like, okay, he's like, I learned my lesson. Like, that was BS. Sorry.
Right.
Or did they never break up and this was an entire like plot for publicity for Usher's new song?
Look, crazier things have happened. And I don't want to be wrong here because I don't like follow Usher's career, but like I feel like the last time he had like a really big hit was probably maybe a while ago. And Keke is having such a hot career moment right now that it really behooves him to and makes him look young and hip to align himself with someone like Keke Palmer. Also, yeah, like her butt was out, but like I think butts are like so whatever and inconsequential. Like go to the beach, you'll see a butt. Like it's not a big deal. And like I think she looked really sexy in that dress. And it's like she looks fucking great. Hot. She just had a kid. Sir, she just had your kid. If he's actually jealous over that, that is the craziest shit I've ever seen.
100%.
And then taking the time to put it on the internet.
Yeah, what?
Like, Jesus, God. Like, why? For why? How did you think that was going to end?
Right.
Totally. Especially because she is, like, beloved.
Exactly.
Like, I have not met one person that, like, doesn't like her.
She's so likable.
She's so likable.
Yeah.
She's so talented. She's so beautiful. And it's like, yeah, you don't get to, like, be with someone this, like, powerful across the board and, you know, have a child with them and then be like, oh, but you're too hot and too powerful now. Like, you're not allowed to, you know what I mean? Like, you can't pick and choose. Like, you're with fucking Keke Palmer.
So
like,
insecure.
Own it. Yeah. Like, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Right. Yes.
That's so true. So, like, people reported on August 16th that they had broken up and he had moved on and then they're, like, back together. Like, this is, I feel like, messy. Like, with
so messy.
I'm just confused at, like, what's going on. That's why I'm, like, leaning towards, like, maybe this was a PR statement or a PR stunt.
If so, honestly, smart. If so,
if so, well crafted.
And I wish that Rachel had that PR team instead of doing Bethenny Frankel's podcast because that was a dumpster fire.
Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, get back on the show. Like,
get your bag.
Come up with some like plot points and like make it happen.
Oh my God, it's so annoying.
It's so annoying.
She fucked everything up. Anyways.
She really did. I was thinking this though the other day. It's like we have such short attention spans nowadays. Like, I'm surprised I even remembered this Keke Palmer thing.
Right.
So much going on.
But I was like, the Rachel stuff, like she really could have, I feel like, just come back from that, just thrown Tom under the bus.
Yeah.
And she just like, really didn't.
Yeah. She and Ariana could have like John Tucker Must Die to his ass. You know what I mean? Like they could have.
100%.
And like I'm sure Ariana would never like form an alliance with Raquel, you know, but like I just think like she should have come back, taken the money. She was complaining about how she's broke. And I'm like, well, yeah, like you should have gotten your bag, controlled the narrative for maybe one more season, see how you're going to do, have like a therapist like on call at all times, like go arm yourself with resources going into the season. But like I think like, there was a world in which she could have like won us over again. And I think she really undid a
Totally.
lot of the healing we had all done as a VPR community by way of Bethenny's podcast.
It was not the choice. And I mean, of course understand the impulse to want to run and like not be seen and not be perceived. But I mean, and I also, I mean, talk about petty and a reason to be, like, I get why she didn't want to come back if they were not going to pay her as much as the other two. And like I mean, especially after like how her narrative was strung on the reunion, I'm like, listen, I get it. Like, I can't say that I wouldn't have been like, fuck off too, you know, but there is power in coming back. And I think, like you said, oh my God, the opportunity to team up against Tom, the world would have fucking lost their minds for that.
Totally.
That is great TV. That is great TV.
Yeah. I really think that she maybe couldn't flip Ariana, but I feel like she could have flipped Lala and
For
Sheena.
sure. For
Like,
sure.
and
For
maybe
sure.
Ali.
Yeah.
Ali!
Yeah.
I know.
Ali.
I know. I really wish, like, I would wish there was like a powerful scene between her and Sheena where she's like, I'm sorry that I lied to you. And then Sheena could like start crying and be like, I'm sorry I pushed you. And then they could like hug it out. And then like, you know what I mean? But I'm just like, she's avoiding all of them and not having any of those conversations. And to see her try to like win over the cast, the way we saw like Kristen Doty try to win the cast back over in like season 3, season 4, would have been really compelling television.
Yeah, I miss that. Like, that was such a fun, like, little scene.
Yeah.
Totally.
That was a great time. I mean, she had the opportunity to be Shakespeare, is what we're saying. And she threw away her pen. So in that way, she ruined history, I think. You know?
Well, like, truly, after season 11, where we get the, again, further aftermath of Scandal, what the fuck is going to happen in season 12?
Nothing. Yeah, so, like, right, you're right. Yeah, it's true. And maybe that was her thinking of like, oh, I'm gonna go risk it all and like come back, just have people say terrible shit to me, and then it'll probably get canceled. You know, it's like, So we'll see. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
But I definitely think she could have at least been sympathetic to viewers, maybe, and then gotten more opportunities to make money as like an influencer.
For sure. Oh, 1000%. I mean, I think people would have paid. And she kept saying that, right? Like she was saying like no one's coming to her for brand deals. And I was like, at this point don't believe that. But like I think your PR team is bullshit. That's what I think. You don't have the right people working for you. Yeah. Because they could spin this shit in an amazing way.
How cool would it be if she partnered up with like a sex toy brand and she's like, sometimes you get a little horny. Don't call your best friend's boyfriend. Use this toy instead. Like make a joke out of it.
Really.
And like literally lean into like mistress type shit and like have it be a big self-aware joke and then do a podcast episode with Monica Lewinsky. I've said this a million times.
Oh my God,
that
would have been fire.
Literally just have an iconic conversation with another famous mistress and like keep it fucking moving. Like she's like, my brand is shot. I'm like, no, make the Scandal your brand.
And I said, babe, I didn't know you had one. Like, what was the brand?
What was it? Baby, I bitch. Lala said that. You didn't even say that.
That is so fucking true. Yeah, she could have gone on like a soap or something and done like a cameo and then like promoted that on TikTok.
Oh my God. I would have loved to see her on a soap opera. As like a scorned mistress. Like,
like that would have been so fun.
Do like I mean, obviously not Lifetime because like Lifetime had Ariana in a movie, but like do like a shitty like Tubi movie where you're like the scorned mistress, like Fatal Attraction style. Like literally just fully brand yourself as a mistress and then like loll about it in interviews. I think that's hilarious and iconic. I think people will be like, okay, honestly slay.
And like tear Tom down.
Yeah.
If she started talking more shit about Tom, like everyone would have been like, okay.
Yeah, literally.
Eat him alive.
Yeah.
Stop protecting him.
Totally.
Set him. Yes.
Totally.
Yeah. My God. Okay, let's talk about it just like that. Season 2 just wrapped up. What did you think of like the two big moments? Samantha's return, and then we can talk about Aiden's 5-year
plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
5-year plan.
Well, you want to talk about an iconic petty person? We have Kim Cattrall. I love everything about her. I love how she's like, you're going to get me for 2 seconds. I will not be directed by Michael Patrick King. I will not be on the phone with SJP. We will be filmed totally separately. I will blow the surprise and tell people when I'm going to be on the show. And I will get paid ass loads of money. And by the way,
$1 million.
And Pat Fields will do my costumes and no one else's. Like, I just love her. I think she's so fucking funny. I think she seems like a badass person, even if she's like a little bit out there sometimes. I am here for it, and seeing her felt like a warm hug.
Yeah. She definitely got the upper hand.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
1000%. Yeah. I mean, I mentioned this on You Know You Love Us, but first of all, I shook, and I know we'll get to this, like, by it being renewed, but not to skip ahead. But I think, and I know this is a reach and it's probably not going to happen, but I'm manifesting it. We're in retrograde or whatever. So I think
We are.
I'm like, I'm like, what if they get Kim back for more? Because I can only imagine that they would get, because I was like, no fucking way is this show getting renewed. Like, if Gossip Girl didn't get renewed, I was like, how is this better than that? You know, I'm sure more people watched, of course, but like, you know, so I mean, yeah, I thought it was such a power move. And I just loved hearing her yell through a phone at the apartment and look beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I always want more of her. She was my favorite part of the show forever, and I think it's so many people's favorite part of that show. She's so iconic, and it needs her.
Yeah.
It needs her desperately.
Correct.
But yeah, that was a bad bitch move. I mean, that is just perfection to only give them like literally
crumbs.
Yes, crumbs. Yes.
Yeah. I actually don't think it's so far-fetched that she might return for a bit in season 3. Like,
need it.
I don't
The
know.
ratings would be crazy. The ratings would be out of control.
The show's doing so well for whatever reason that I like.
We're all
like,
hate watching as a community, and ratings are ratings, you know?
Yeah. And she's on How I Met Your Father, and then she was on another show on Netflix. That,
Glamorous.
I don't think that got like a lot of buzz. So I just feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe
they will pay her everything. I mean, I think if they pay her enough money, she'll come back.
Yeah.
I would. Why not?
Me too. I can put anything aside for $1 million.
Unlike Raquel,
Millions
I can be
and
bought.
millions.
Yeah.
I can be bought.
Totally.
Here to tell you. Yeah,
Totally.
here to tell you.
And what did you two think of Aiden, like, basically breaking up with her, but like not?
It was fucking weird. First of all, that
was
almost
weird.
snapping, not snapping thing bugged the shit out of me. And
Oh
It
my
made
God.
me anxious.
Yes.
I was like, dude, her down.
literally.
Snap her down. Yeah.
And I also just think, and I said this on Everything Iconic too, I feel like it's so dumb that like his incel son Wyatt does shrooms, drinks beers, steals his dad's truck, gets into an accident, injures himself, endangers other people in the process. Drunk driving is like one of the most reckless things a human being can do. And Aiden's like, oh, I'm going to reward this behavior by ending my relationship and giving my kid what he wants, instead of being like, you're so fucking lucky you didn't kill yourself or someone else. You need to go to therapy and like get your shit together. You know what I mean? Like, he's raising a codependent little bitch.
Yeah. And like Kathy, because like Aiden's like, well, Kathy's away for work too. It's like, well, also ask her to stay home then.
Right.
Yeah. What's Kathy getting up to?
And like,
Why isn't she home?
you guys need to figure out your co-parenting, fine. But like, he can't be like, but the kids like me better, so I'm just never going to leave Virginia. Like, well, your kids need to figure it out.
Okay, then go to Virginia and
yeah,
stay.
and then
That's what I
Carrie's
have
like,
to
well, then
say.
I'll live there. And
No,
he's
Carrie.
like, no.
I know.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I don't really agree with Aiden on a lot of things, but
Yeah.
I do agree with you not living in Virginia.
Carrie,
That's what I agree with.
She probably would have been miserable and then they would have broken up. But like,
we know that house is not a beautiful English countryside red country house.
I really
like,
wish we would have gotten to
it's
see
not.
it. Would have been nice.
Same.
yeah. That is also one of my biggest like pet peeves about this season is how we didn't even see her visit to Virginia. What the fuck?
We didn't get the Hamptons. And like with the Virginia
We got
thing, it's like
nothing.
they set us up to like relive that iconic episode where she like burns her legs trying to make a pie at like that shitty cabin. I actually think the cabin's
it's a
cute,
shack.
but like Carrie wasn't into it. And like I really thought we were gonna like that it was gonna be a callback to that episode and like maybe it would be the same, maybe it would be different, but like there was so much there and they were just like, no, anyways, like we went on the weekend and now it's over. And I'm like, annoying.
Ugh.
Also, I was really confused that like he like half broke up with her. He did the little almost snap thing. And then in the end, they were having like happy, giggly sex. And I was like,
Yeah.
Oh
what
my
was
God.
why are you like
They
in
didn't even
what the
talk
fuck?
about it.
why are you in a good mood? Like
No.
having sex now. Like if I
Yeah.
were Carrie, I would be like, how fucking dare you? I let go of my favorite apartment in the entire world to buy a place big enough for you and your children, and you're gonna blow me off for the next 5 years. Fuck you. Get out of my house.
Yeah,
That was
100%.
That was so deeply upsetting. I mean, I'm excited to see Carrie in a new space because
Yeah.
you know, I mean, one, that home
Yeah.
is so bananas. And I was like, the decor, it's gonna be everything we could ever dream.
Totally.
But again, I agree. I was like, no, her reaction was not warranted.
No, it was
like
absurd.
that is how dare you. I sold my apartment, not only like sold it, period, for cheap as fuck. And now what? And now I'm going to live in this, I'm going to be a lady of the manor and live, you know, like by Bryant Park or no, she's by Gramercy. She's like,
Gramercy,
I'm like, how dare?
I know.
Yeah.
Like,
And he gets to get laid after that. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
no, thank
Like,
you,
I know.
Aiden.
Bro, I'm putting
That
on a
was so
fucking-
Shouldn't have been
annoying.
late after that jacket.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
From
that
jump.
was- yes.
Oh,
That
the
was her first
memes.
mistake. Yeah.
That was the first mistake. The memes of him coming back from World War II. I was like,
Criminal.
I can't.
It was so
can't.
funny. I will say though, Miranda better get one of those rooms now. Like,
Yes,
Literally.
move in. I just want them to be single and live together.
Like
That's
a
it.
Golden Girls
Yeah.
moment. That'd be cute.
Yes,
but
that's what
I
want.
don't see this. I am a staunch believer in this. This maybe
Mm-hmm.
sounds fucking insane. They either do a 5-year time jump, or in the first episode, she goes, "It didn't work out with Aiden."
Yeah, exactly. Or he dies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He also
Yeah.
became a monk in Kyoto.
Yeah.
In
Yes.
Stanford.
I think he's for sure going to get back with his ex. Like I'm just feel that
that's
in my
why we saw the
bones.
Kathy.
Yes,
like,
that's why
scene.
Kathy. Yes, that's what I
Oh
think.
shit. That would fuck me up.
That's
And
what
also
I
I
think.
did think it was interesting. Was Kathy in the original show? Do you guys know?
She was, but not as.
Yeah.
That's right.
She
Yes.
was just like an extra.
Because
yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Mhm.
granted, it's in Just Like That, so they can get whoever the fuck they want. But I was like, oh, they picked like a recognizable actor to play her, so like it would make sense that they do more with her storyline. next
100,
season.
Interesting.
1000%.
That's a really good guess.
If I were Carrie, I would
Yeah.
literally commit myself to a mental institution.
Oh, she will burn her legs with another
Yeah.
pie. I just see her throwing pie, like beautiful pie plates at their red farmhouse, just like in a
Yeah,
rage.
and she
Yeah.
fucking should.
Yeah.
Like,
She
this
should,
is
and she
brutal.
should. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how long it lasts. Like, this is just so unrealistic, though. Like, there was a
Yeah.
million solutions, and this one was just like,
Nah.
yeah,
Not it. Not it.
Yeah.
But season 3, they just got picked up, and I'll be there at the premiere watching
Yeah.
it at midnight.
Yes.
fucking wait.
We can't wait.
I'm
No,
counting down the days.
Same.
You know, do y'all feel like, I mean, this lore is like, it's kind of like what happened with Emily in Paris, except obviously this is so much more iconic. So like, but there is this like this backing behind the show has only grown. Like we were like, oh, the first season isn't good, so whatever.
Yeah.
And now we're like, no, it sucks. We watch show. Like we're all obsessed with
What
it,
is
and
that?
we hate it. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's so weird.
America
I don't
loves
know
a
what it
hate
is.
watch. We just love to hate.
Yes.
Like American people are haters by nature.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
proud. I like
So true.
I lurk on Reddit and I like look at like influencer snark pages and Reddit. And I never to be fair, I never partake in the like I will
Good.
never troll someone ever or say something nasty, whatever. But look, I don't have any
Same.
drama in my own life. So I will look at the snark pages. I will hate watch a show because it makes life more exciting. Because I'm like, I don't want drama, but
Yeah.
I'll watch other people's lives go to shit.
Totally. I'm
Yeah.
lurking all of those
Oh,
pages.
totally.
Like I will never post,
Never.
but know that I'm there.
I'm there. I'm there watching.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Observing.
Okay, let's move on to Pettyweight Champion of the Week. This is the part of the show where our guests will nominate a Pettyweight Champion of the Week, someone in the media who did something petty and it was iconic. Hannah, who are you nominating?
I'm nominating Brynn Whitfield from Real Housewives of New York for how she behaved at Erin's anniversary party. She wore sunglasses inside the entire night. She showed up in like a sparkly over-the-top dress and made extremely petty jokes about how it was so sponsored. It was like a Lollapalooza poster or Coachella. And I loved her for that.
Yeah. I wish I could wear glasses inside for no fucking reason. Like, there's no necessary reason for that, but it's just, for some reason, it's so iconic.
And she's so hot.
She's in that white, like, chic. It's actually a very Carrie Bradshaw dress.
Yes.
Like, shift kind of, dress. It's Meredith Blake. Like, it's everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very Meredith.
Love her.
Yeah. I love that. And it was Lollapalooza-esque.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah,
That's a long list.
I've just been catching snippets of RHONY, but I'm like fully in. I've never watched a Real Housewives franchise, but obviously I know, which is very weird because I watch like Below
That's
Deck, Summer House,
Totally.
like other
Love.
Bravo, Vanderpump,
Love
The young
other-
people
Yeah.
shows.
the young people
Yeah.
shows, but I'm like fully into like I've been following the Jenna Lyons stuff. Like I'm fully into RHONY.
It's
Mother.
Mother's mothering.
down.
Yeah.
Mother is
Yeah.
mothering.
Yeah, so I love that. They just did a mid-season
Yeah.
break.
A mid-season trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we looking forward to when it comes back?
I'm always going to say Jenna Lyons. I think
How did they get her?
Dude, I don't know, but I love that they know that they're lucky to have her and
Yeah.
that she doesn't really want to be there, which I think is the best attitude
very
you can have on a
intoxicating,
show like
yeah.
that. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, I'm always excited for her. I'm excited to see more of her or of Jenna and Aaron, or like an Aaron also. And Brynn is wild, and
Yeah.
like I have to say, it was hard for me to let go of them sneaking into Jenna Lyons' closet and putting on
Upsetting,
her clothes.
yeah.
And Jenna said nothing, and I was like, that would not have been my reaction. Certainly
Totally.
not if it was filled with the most expensive things on
Yeah.
And when they
earth.
hugged in the
Anyways.
lace and the sequins, and Jenna was just like, oh my God. I was like, holy shit. I'm looking forward to more Sai. I think Sai is a great housewife.
Yeah.
And
honestly, Jessel.
and look,
Yes,
Jessel is
Jessel.
insufferable. You know,
Booba.
you know that she's the mom whose kids are fucking annoying at airports and restaurants, and she doesn't do anything
Yes.
about it. Like, and she bugs the shit out of me, and for that reason, she can't go anywhere. We need her.
I
Yeah,
know.
Booba's
Yeah,
hilarious.
We always need one.
Uba's
Yeah.
great.
Just a good group of
love
gals.
Uba.
I'm excited. It's good.
Yeah, they really did it. I think everyone was so nervous, or not nervous, but they were just like, why are they rebooting this show? Like, just like I don't know. And like, I think that they fucking killed it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And I think, look,
Yeah, it's
I
great.
think Bravo can do whatever the fuck they want. I think if the Ultimate Girls Trip with the RHONY Legacy ladies goes well, I could see them being like, okay, never mind. We're going to bring back RHONY Legacy 2 and make it 2 separate shows. So we have like new era RHONY and then Legacy RHONY. And like, I wouldn't be mad at that either because Crappy Lake was really fun.
I would love that.
Yeah. Like, I think Bravo's sort of doing this Ultimate Girls Trip thing as sort of like to sort of test the waters and see
Like
how
a
it
test.
does. Yeah.
We'll be there.
We will be there. Kelly Ben Simone is on that
We
show.
will.
I will fucking be there.
Medley,
Alex
I'm in.
McCord, I
Dorinda,
will be there.
Come on, we're there.
Yeah, the girlies just needed a little bit of a timeout.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Andy just needed to threaten them with something.
Yes.
And,
They had to be humbled.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truly.
Totally. I love that. Tyler, who are you nominating?
Okay, this is also RHONY related.
Love it.
Didn't mean to get onto a theme, but here
love
we
a
are. So I am nominating Queen of Petty, Bethenny Frankel. Coming off of the podcast with Rachel, where she said, "So your name's Rachel," which I thought was the funniest thing anyone had said. She was like, "Your name, it's Rachel. It's Rachel." And then she just kept repeating Rachel. I die. But then I love that she took the time this Monday to say, I think I'm nearly certain it was on Monday. But she put out a Just Be rant about, essentially just repeating everything she had already said, but really kind of coming for everyone who was coming for her and saying, that she was like, "Go ahead. You want to come for me? You come for me. I don't care. You know how rich I am." Like just being like, "I don't care. I'm so rich. Come for me. Nothing will happen."
Yeah.
And I was like, honestly, I mean, she is insufferable in so many ways, but like what an incredible, petty, iconic move to be like, "You're just jealous." And then she ended it by being like, "And just you wait. Just you wait." And I was like, what? I mean, I love it. Threaten the public. Why not?
Are you threatening me, Bethany? What do you
Why
mean?
not, Bethany? I
felt
love it.
threatened.
Yeah, I'm scared of her.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
So
totally.
she is queen of petty, man.
She's so Delulu and so petty and a true menace to society.
Yeah.
But there is part of me that's like, I really wish that I could get to that place of like, I don't care if everyone fucking hates me. Like, because I will always care.
Honestly, incredible.
If people are mad
There's
at me.
something
Really
so
incredible.
freeing about watching Bethenny just like
Act
not give a
insane.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The conversation between her, I just went back and now I'm on like a deep dive of her podcast, which sends me into like just, I feel like I'm in a Jackson Pollock painting. I'm like, rah! And like, when she was talking with Jill Zarin, I mean, my forever favorite combination of any housewife ever, season 1 and season 2, like those two they were so good together. That was some of the craziest shit I've ever heard on a podcast and Jill's like, "Oh my God, because I care. And she's like, "Oh my God, I care." And they're just like yelling. But Bethenny doesn't give a fuck. Like the way she talks to Jill, she's like, "Well, yeah, you care a lot. And I don't." And I'm like, if I could ever say half of the shit Bethenny Frankel said in that one episode with Jill Zarin, I'd be proud of myself, honestly.
I
it's
strive
bold
to be that like unbothered.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that rich, unbothered.
And that rich. That's the thing.
It's hard to be bothered when you're rich.
Yeah.
So rich.
Like she's throwing rocks from a high tower.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
100%.
We're just fighting for our lives out here.
Yeah, our millennial lives every damn day.
Truly.
Yeah.
So
I can't speak for
true.
you, Torry, but Tyler and I are proud millennials.
We are.
Oh yeah. I'm 31.
Okay.
So.
Oh, rock and
Okay,
roll.
great.
I'm not even a cusper.
I was like, Torry, Torry's 22.
I know. I'm like, she's
and
probably just
Hannah and
a
I-
cute little Gen Zer that's like, you bitches are old. Like,
Yeah.
No. Oh my God. No, I was recording with a collaborator, a TikToker yesterday, the day before, and I was like, she must be 22, and she was 29. So,
oh my God, we
yeah.
love.
So I'm
Okay.
like, okay, I don't feel like as just like out of the
totally.
loop.
Yes.
Totally.
Nothing will take you down like a Gen Z TikToker at,
That's 22.
the age of
Yeah.
22. Yes.
Totally.
Yes,
Posting
for
about
sure.
like 2000s nostalgia.
Yeah, you're like,
And I was like, did you live through
Literally.
that era?
I'm like, honey.
She was like, yeah. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I lived
Thank
it.
God.
Yeah.
So funny.
Okay, let's wrap up with This Week in Petty, where our guests share a story about something that happened in real life that they are petty about. Let's start with you, Tyler. What are you petty about this week?
Okay. It took me a
cannot wait.
long time. It took me a long time to think of this. I also love this. It reminds me a lot of I Don't Think So, Honey, which is one of my favorite segments. And then I became obsessed. I was like, wait, the Weekend Petty, we all need to talk about what we're petty about. This is iconic. I love this question so much. This is an act of pettiness by omission, I think. But I go to my favorite bakery. We will not name names, and I get a croissant, and they're stellar. Like you see them making the pastry dough, and this is a $6 croissant. I'm like, damn. I'm like, this is a pricey croissant, okay? And I have a bite. There's no reception in there. I'm waiting for a friend, and I was like, do y'all have any Wi-Fi? They're like, we don't. If you want to go stand by the door, then it's fine. You can, you'll get reception. I said, okay, great. Leave the croissant. I have had a literal, like the smallest bite you've seen. A mouse has come, taken a bite, and left. And so I was at the door, and I'm texting my friend. Meanwhile, she walks in. We say, great. I'm like, oh, I got us a table. I go turn around, and the croissant is gone. And it's been buzzed. And I was like, well, Tyler, you can't say anything. Don't say anything. It's really okay. I would have felt so bad if I had said something. And so then I was like, but Tyler, you were kind of petty by omission. You just should have fucking said something. But so that was my petty moment. And I was sad I didn't get to finish the croissant.
No.
I don't know if that
Really?
counts.
You felt bad?
So
I would have been like, hey, I'm so
Dude.
sorry. There was a misunderstanding. My croissant got thrown away. Could I please have another one?
See, that's the healthy thing to do. And then out of pettiness and spite, I didn't. And so that was bad, Tyler. No, on purpose. And so I don't know if that's technically, that's
no,
not
I
like
do this all the time.
pettiest
I'm
thing.
like, you should have walked up to the counter. No, I get like the other day I went to Starbucks. I got a latte that was literally the color of milk. And I was like, I just fucking know this is going to be shit.
No.
And I'm just like, best coffee I've ever had. Thank you. Like, bye.
Best coffee ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'll definitely
It's
be back
just,
here.
no. I'll definitely come back.
No, like not at all. But like in my head, I'm like, you should have marched up there, demanded a refund,
Totally.
an extra pastry. Like,
Oh my God. I love that. I love that. That's great.
I just
God,
know that
that's
none of
great.
us send our food back when it's wrong.
Nope.
I'm always like, yeah, this is exactly what I ordered.
yeah,
can't-
and it's
but if you-
delicious and 20% down.
Yeah, literally.
But do you think right? Have you worked, Torry? Have you worked in the service industry? Hannah and I both have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I worked in retail for a bit, and I was a hostess.
Yeah.
I was never a
Exact-
server though, but I
Same,
yeah.
but it's like I can't. There's like something in my body that won't let me do it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like once you've once you've been on the other side, you're like, I cannot. I simply
100%.
cannot.
I would always get so mad though
Yeah.
when I would like when I was a server and I took time to like really make sure I got all the modifications right for my table. And then, the kitchen just didn't like pay attention and they just made it as they normally would because they just were firing things off. And I'm like, guys, and I knew some servers who would like throw the kitchen under the bus when it was their fault. But if it wasn't my fault, I had no problem being like, I'm so sorry. That was a kitchen issue for the record, not my fault. And I will get this fixed immediately.
Good for you.
And I know that sounds shady, but I was like, fuck no. I'm not losing money because you guys didn't read the ticket that I took time to put in properly.
I
No,
would do
that's
the
not your
same
fault.
thing. I would
That's not your fault.
totally do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
Especially because it always falls on the server,
Exactly.
the front-facing person.
Yes.
They're not thinking, oh, that line cook was just like not paying
No.
attention. Like they
Totally.
see you and they're like, oh, this dumb girl fucked it up. And I'm like, but
Yeah.
I am a dumb, but not in this case, okay? Not right now, honey.
No.
I love that.
Petty pastries.
Petty
That's where I'm at
pastries.
this week.
I love
Petty
that.
about
You need to get a
pastries.
pastry tomorrow
Yes.
morning. Tomorrow is Monday. I feel like you need to kick
I
your
will.
week off with a makeup croissant.
Yeah,
I did-
or I'll post this episode and then we'll tag them.
Yes.
no, I'm just kidding.
Speaking of
I'm just
petty.
kidding. Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of petty.
Yeah.
We love that. We love that. We love
I
that.
would never. Again, I'm
Obsessed.
all talk. No,
No,
kidding.
same.
we all?
No
Always.
follow through.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we all are. Yeah, we all are.
Okay, Hannah, what are you petty about?
This is like really stupid, but I am always watching TV on Peacock because all the Bravo shows are on there. And every 2 seconds on the Peacock app, because I don't have commercial free Peacock, I have cheap Peacock. And
because you're not rich.
I'm not
yes,
Bethenny.
you're not Bethenny.
Yeah,
Frankel.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Right.
every 2 seconds, there's this Google app commercial with fucking Meg Stalter. And it's like a Barbie. She's like, in Barbie land, like, I know what everything is. But in the
yes,
real
I
world,
know
I don't know what things are. And she goes, in the real world, sometimes I'm like, what is that? And then she goes, what is that? And then she like takes her Google app and she goes, oh, a chihuahua. What up? And then she like walks away.
You really know the whole
It
thing.
literally
that
plays
was verbatim.
and the way she goes,
word for word.
it plays every 2 fucking seconds. And I swear to God, if I see this commercial one more time, I'm going to fucking break my TV. And I am plagued by it. And I'm just petty about the fact that it doesn't stop playing. And like with peace and love to Meg Stalter, I think it's the most obnoxious commercial I've ever seen. And I really don't understand marketing teams that are like, we're going to make a commercial so goddamn annoying and it's going to make you want to buy our product. Like it actually makes me want to run away from your product because I'm so mad at you as a brand that you're putting me through this experience of this annoying commercial over and over and over. What's that?
What is the commercial selling?
The Google app.
The Google app.
It is Google.
But it's a very like convoluted way to sell the Google app. I'm like, what does that have to do with?
Why is she in Barbie?
I don't know. It's like
it's just like
sponsored by
Barbie.
I'm like, it's Meg, it's Barbie, it's a chihuahua.
Okay.
And I've had enough.
What's chihuahua?
It's like a little creature, like a lizard or something.
It's a little, it looks like a little dinosaur lizard.
God, I am just learning so
I know. But
I did learn that from the commercial.
You learned something. You know what else you learned?
God
Yeah, you're like,
damn it.
now I know what a chihuahua is, and that I don't want to use this product. That's what I learned from this commercial.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, this is so.
It's not really a story. It's just me complaining.
No. I love that. This podcast is literally just to complain.
Thank you. And I love that.
That's a reason to be petty. I was mad. I just shamed myself for not being smart enough to put my damn fanny pack on a table and reserve it. Okay. So I'm petty at myself.
That's so funny. Yeah. Okay. This is so interesting. So we obviously have different commercials in Canada.
Yeah.
I think we probably have
yeah.
some of the same ones, but some of them just like don't. And like I don't even think, do we have Peacock? I don't know. I watch all Bravo on Hey You.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Oh, never heard.
So
Cool.
I don't even know if we have Peacock, but nothing grinds my gears more when you pay for a streaming app and they still have commercials.
It's so annoying.
And they're like, you could pay us an extra $10 and not have commercials. And I'm like, do you want like my firstborn child? Do you want my limbs? Like,
what else do you want from me?
Yes. I am so sick of streaming services. I am also so petty that I was on my parents' Netflix account. What has it been since February that they switched over the password thing? I haven't had Netflix since February.
Oh my God.
I went to their house to watch a season of Too Hot to Handle so I could cover it on the podcast.
Yes, that's right.
I love that.
The answer.
I had to binge it in one day. Because
Hold your ground.
Wow.
Don't pay for that shit.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then I see reports being like Netflix highest like quarter with the signups and stuff like that, and I was like, aren't we all like
we're being
standing
forced
up?
to sign
Literally,
up?
they're bullying us.
Yeah. Oh my God. But
Bullies.
yeah, I feel like streaming services is why we got rid of cable like TV because we didn't want to see commercials. So this is fucking bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Agree.
Oh my God. Amazing stories. Thank you so much for coming on. This was super fun.
This is the best.
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah. Where can the listeners find you both and anything else you want to plug?
Well, thank you so much for having us, Torry. This was a fucking blast. You can follow me at Hannah A. Brown on Instagram and Twitter, Hannah A. Brown 0 on TikTok, and then check out our podcast, which is called You Know You Love Us. You can check it out wherever you get your pods.
And y'all can follow me, Tyler Meredith, at Tyler McMeredith on Instagram and TikTok. And you can also follow the pod on Instagram at You Know You Love Us Pod.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, Torry. This
so
was
fun.
Literally a
This
blast.
was so fun.
We love you.
I feel soothed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Thank you
glad.
so much.
Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yes.
And there you have it. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you to Tyler and Hannah for joining me on today's episode. Also, shout out to Playlist for editing today's episode. If you liked what you heard, you can follow me on socials at RTBP Podcast, and you can get exclusive patron-only content once a week, every Thursday, episodes just like this, and more deep dives on Patreon, patreon.com/RTBP Podcast. I hope you are safe and healthy out there. As always, I'm your host, Torry, and I'm ready to be petty. See you soon. Bye.